Hi, Steven.
Hey y'all, how are you doing today?
Hi, Steven.
Yeah. We are so excited to have you. We were just saying that we binge watched the show. Our listeners have been obsessing over the show, and we watched it and we are addicted. We think this is like reality TV gold. And we're just so excited to have you here. So thank you for being here with us.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually listened to y'all's recap of the episode. Y'all did a podcast on it maybe a week ago, and I reposted it. I was like, man, this is really, really good.
Yeah.
Thank
What
you.
did you think? Was there anything you disagreed with?
No, y'all were spot on with like every take, even the hot takes. I was like, man, they can really they're reading between the lines here. We're
Yeah.
getting very good personality pickups here.
Yeah. Are you surprised by the success of the show?
Yes, I am, just because in growing up in and around my family, it's just always been normal for me, even the chaos. So I just never found it that entertaining. I find it more stressful than anything else. But I'm glad that other people are enjoying watching it.
Yeah. So how did this all come about? Like, we know that you were on Joe Millionaire, and I started watching TikTok clips of you on Joe Millionaire. And the girl that you didn't choose, although I like Calah, but the girl that you didn't choose, I was like, she was so sweet. I feel like your family would have loved her.
Yeah, hindsight's 2020.
Yeah. Yeah. So how did this show come about?
Yeah, so for it all sort of stemmed from Joe Millionaire. So at the time, Yellowstone was and still is, one of the biggest shows on the networks today. And back then, I'd never even watched Yellowstone. But as I was going on this dating show, everyone kept telling me, "Hey, you've got to watch this show called Yellowstone. I feel like you're in your family dynamic, the way you guys live your life. Obviously, the farm and ranch, the helicopter." Jesse, my brother, spitting image of Casey Dutton. Like, there's so many similarities and correlations between that show and what we do here on the farm. They're like, y'all are a walking, talking, real life Yellowstone. And so I think it all stemmed from the dating show. We had the top 6 women come up here to the farm, check us out. And the world of reality TV is a fairly small world. So word got back about this farm family from North Missouri that is the great value version of Yellowstone, we'll call it, and would make a great TV show.
I'm obsessed with Yellowstone. So like I literally when I saw that this and I'm not like we're from Michigan, but we're not like, we are not like farm people. But when I watched this, I was like, this is just epic. Do you think because you're around other farmers and other farmer families, like are other farm families like you guys? Like do you see that dynamic, like that head honcho, like your dad and like, the family and like them wanting to take over the farm? Like is there a lot of similarities, or are you guys like what makes you guys so different?
There are a lot of similarities when it comes to the farm side of things. So the family dynamic, you have the patriarchal figure. Are the kids going to take over the farm? Who's going to take over? What's going to happen to the farm into the next generation? That's all extremely accurate to other farmers. Most farmers just don't have like the other businesses. And they also typically don't have Russians in the farm. So we're a little different in that regard.
Yeah. In car washes.
Right. Did any of you guys have reservations doing this show? Did your mom? I mean, obviously we see her season 2, but did she question doing this?
Yeah, like walk us through like when you found out, like someone approached you, like how did you approach your dad, your mom, your brothers? Like how did that look like?
I told all my brothers and my dad initially, and they were all about it. They understood that there is an intrinsic value with, the businesses that we have and getting the exposure and platform that comes with reality TV. Obviously, it's a good marketing and brand move for us. But more than that, we also wanted to tell the story of the American farmer and rancher and what's taking place out here in the middle of nowhere in these flyover states. So all of the boys were on board. There was some hesitation from the women, especially my mom. She is a very private, introverted person, and that's why you don't see her on season 1. When I told her we were doing a reality show, she was like, I want no part of it. I like living my little private life. And then as she watched season 1 unfold, she started to think, hey, this was pretty cool getting to see it play back. And there was a couple comments about Galina being a second mom to us online. And that really got my mom fired up. And she's like, oh no, I'm coming on there season 2. We're going to show them who the real mom is.
Hell yeah. She's been an amazing addition. Like I'm so happy she's on. Like she really has, like, it's so crazy because she's carrying season 2 and like she wasn't even on season 1. So she really has been such a great addition. I love her so much.
Yeah, well, thank you. I think she has been pleasantly surprised at how she's been perceived. And I told her, I was like, Mom, There's no way anyone could see you for anything other than what you really are, which is a loving, caring mama bear that would do anything for her kids.
Yeah.
With reality TV, are you like afraid that they're gonna try to like, make you brothers turn on each other, like, or that relationship, because you guys are very close, and like I would be sad to ever see you guys like not be close with each other because maybe of the show or like people online, things like that.
That's never been a concern of ours because we
Okay.
know we've been dealing with scrutiny, just being a larger fish in a smaller pond is what I like to call it. Having the large farming operation, being in the middle of nowhere, we've been dealing with scrutiny from the outside for years and years now. And all it's done is make us stick together and come closer together as a family and say, hey, we know who our people are. We know the people that know us personally, care about us, and we call true friends. Everyone else, it's just reading headlines or basing their opinion on us based on speculation. It doesn't matter what they say, good or bad. If they talk good about us and they don't know us, it doesn't matter. If they talk bad about us and they don't know us, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Since the show is so popular now, have the local people been nicer to you guys or more welcoming? No. Or is there like that hater sense?
No, it's been, I said this on a podcast after season 1.
Yeah.
It's the exact same ratio. So let's say 85% of the people are very supportive and love us. 15% passionately hate us. And the 15% is a passionate hatred. It's that same ratio. It's just been expanded exponentially. So it's just a larger group of people that 15% is now much larger.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
We got to talk about your dad. I do miss your dad on this season. So I did like seeing him on, I think it was like 2 episodes ago. But, this is a question that we got a lot. How has your dad's history with women changed your perspective on relationships?
I think that when you have a parent, and I will start off by saying he is the best dad in the world, such a supportive dad, would do anything for us boys. But he would be the first to tell you he's got some flaws when it comes to relationships. And he's been very open and candid about that. And I think us boys growing up, like we saw that and we said, okay, like we can either follow along in his tracks on how he's dealt with relationships, but we've seen what the outcome is for that. It's full of chaos and breakups and drama. Or we can really try to establish our own path and have successful relationships and marriages. And I think you'll see throughout the episodes, there's definitely some blood that's been passed down from my dad to us boys, but we try to fight it and we try to improve ourselves in our own relationships. And I do think we're growing and maturing in that way.
Who would you say is most likely like your dad?
Ooh, I would say Cole.
Yes.
Everyone says Cole.
Yeah.
From what we can see, I would say Cole too. But people are saying from the last episode that you are very similar to your dad. What's your response to that?
I mean, I wouldn't disagree. I do think my dad and I share a lot of the same personality traits. And there's a lot of good there. And then there's some that are, we need to work on a little bit. And I think for me, I think what people may not understand is how much stress and pressure I am under, especially under the season 2 time frame, whenever my dad wasn't around. Like that is a whole stress and pressure I cannot even begin to describe to someone. And it really does affect everything, like how you treat your significant other in a relationship, because you're just dealing with so much at any given time. There's so much behind the scenes that no one is able to see or tell about. But watching it back now, I'm like, hey, I need to make sure that I don't ever put myself in that position to where it's affecting how I'm treating who I'm with. So it's a good learning lesson for me that business in the farm is super important. But at the end of the day, if I want to have a successful marriage, a successful family relationship, I'm going to have to put some things on the back burner.
Yeah.
On season 2, like we see that, and I don't know if this is just for the show or whatever, but we see that your brothers don't really know what's going on with your dad. But then we see that Calah knew. Like, do they get mad at you and say, like, why would you tell your girlfriend at the time and you don't even like come to us and like sit down and tell us?
I think they were mad at me for telling Calah specifically. Like they would understand if it was a normal girlfriend that would support you and wouldn't use that against you when she's upset. That's what they were upset about. But I think they understood, like, hey, that's why I have a lot of people asking me like, why are you and Calah getting back together so often? I'm like, you don't understand. Like, that's the person I went to behind closed doors. That was my like support during the good times. I never expected her to throw it back in my face when she was mad. But that was my person that I'd go to with that sort of, emotional support.
Well, why don't you and your dad and your brothers have people sign NDAs? Like, have you guys ever thought about that? Because it sounds like you might need to.
Well, maybe now.
We're not smart enough to think that far ahead.
Oh my gosh. Does Cole, watching back, does he see why you would be the chosen one to be in charge, or does he still not get it? Even though he seems like a hustler, he seems like the worker,
He is.
But
Yeah.
does he recognize that?
No, I don't think so. I think he's still. I think he watches it and he's still oblivious. Like he's like, I think I should be the one to run the farm.
Okay.
Like we watch it with the business mindset, and we're just like, absolutely not. Like, there's no way that like you just need like you just need someone that knows the finances. Like that alone is just like makes you ahead of everyone else. So it's just so funny to like definitely see.
Or like the demeanor and the presence. Not saying he doesn't have that, but he's more like the worker.
I don't think Cole has the stoicism to handle leading the farm. I think he's more of an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah. but how is being an uncle? The fact that you're an uncle to 2 girls, like how is that?
It's amazing. It's really changed all of our lives for the better. I think that it's brought out an entirely new level of love that we didn't know was even possible. So it's been really, really neat.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny if you guys just all have girls. Like,
honestly, it would probably be very fitting. So I'm like, hey, you know what? It's starting to look like it. I won't be too upset if I have all girls.
Yeah. How were you and your brothers able to accept Galina after she cheated with your dad?
So Galina, I did not know that whole situation was happening the first 2 to 3 years that I knew Galina. And so I got to know her as a person without that part of it being in my mind. So I get to see how caring she is of other people, how hard she works, like all the good things about Galina. And then that came out and we found out about it. And we're like, okay, that obviously is a major issue. But she was already involved in the businesses, already part owner like that. It would just be very, very hard to unwind. And I also knew who the person was at the core. And I'm like, okay, she made a very massive mistake here, but I also don't know what exactly was being told to her. I still don't know if she truly thinks my parents were split up. I don't see how that she could think that. But again, I don't know exactly what was being told.
Was your mom aware of the partnership? Because to me, that's like the biggest betrayal from your dad is that not only do you cheat on me, but then you have her be so involved with the business.
Yeah, I think that she was aware of it at the time that it came out. And so that's another reason why my mom was forgiving, is she knew how integral Galina has been to the businesses and moving forward, like to get us, obviously it's no secret, we're in debt. We're working to save the farm. We're working to get the car washes profitable. Galina is a major part in that. And I think my mom's saying, hey, I'll put aside my feelings in the meantime to help save my boys who are connected to all these businesses. Yeah. And if one of them fails, they all fail. So you know what? I can put aside my feelings for Galina, my personal feelings, and say, I'll be the bigger person here for the sake of my boys.
Yeah.
When you guys like, yeah, she really is such a good mom. Like when you always keep saying stuff like that, like Galina is such an integral part. Like at the end of the day, she's like your guys' she's your CFO. But like, you guys think that there's no other CFOs out there? Like, why do you guys think that like no one can do the finances for your guys' like farm?
I mean, it probably could. I guess that we just have we trust her, and we have so many different businesses. It's such a convoluted, complex mess right now that another CFO would come in and look at everything and be like, I can't even wrap my head around, like, you're in the farm space, the car wash space, the home building space, the meat facility. Like there's so many different things going on here and they're all intertwined. It would just be a lot for someone coming in from the outside that wasn't here for the foundation being built.
Yeah. Let's start training someone. Okay.
Did any of your brothers like not have a relationship with her, or you guys all just kind of understand? You know,
we all have a relationship with her. I think mine is definitely the closest. And I've had to be Galina's biggest advocate to Jesse and Cole at times. And I think that they understand how important she is. They get very, very, very frustrated, as we all do. And you'll see that throughout season 2. And you have seen that the look on our faces of like, are we really doing this again? Like, there are bigger things at stake here than you trying to get over my dad for the 15th time and destroying the lodge.
Yeah. Wait, is Steven still with that girl?
With
Masha?
With Masha?
Yeah.
As of yesterday morning at 7:45, I saw her car leaving his lodge driveway. So I'd say, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Can I ask you about Brooke real quick? When she was telling you that she needed to be touched by your dad, is that not weird to you that she's telling his son that?
Yeah, it's very weird.
Is it weird to your dad?
No, it's not weird for him. It's weird
Oh
for me.
my gosh.
My dad is very open and transparent. Like my dad will tell us boys things that we're like, we don't need, like, I don't ever need to know that for the rest of my life. Why would you be open to giving me that information?
Yeah. It's not your fault, but I do think you're very good about making people feel comfortable and like making them know that you and your dad have a really great relationship and open. And like, I'm sure he tells his girls that too. So like, that's probably why she felt very comfortable to share that.
Maybe I need to stop that then.
Yeah, right. I was watching that covering my eyes. So
yeah, he's a little uncomfortable.
Yeah. Our most requested question: are you single?
I am very single. Yeah. Okay. I think I am just up here with my dog and my chickens, living 5 miles from my nearest neighbor.
You did a music video, and everyone was speculating that you were with this girl. And some people were saying you guys were throwing shade. Were you ever dating her?
No. Sadie has always been a friend. She actually came up during season 1. It wasn't shown, but she performed at our Corn Star Award ceremony. So she performed. She's always been just a good family friend. And she wanted to film a music video, asked if she could do it on the farm. I said, absolutely. Came up here with her management and her team. And then texted me one night and was like, hey, we need a guy for this music video. Would you mind joining us? And I was like, sure, I'll come over for a couple hours. I did not realize the firestorm it would cause on the internet.
Yeah, because everyone's telling us that you're dating her, and I'm like, wait, really? And I'm like looking, and I'm like, I don't see it, but I see this video. So
yeah, I'm hearing that too, and I'm like, I didn't know this, but okay. And why actually watching that video, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I could see how people would think that.
Have you dated or hooked up with Kristen Cavallari?
No, I have not.
What did you say yet?
I said yet.
Oh my goodness. I can see you
That'd
guys
be a good one.
Get together, but I don't know if you'd bring her home, but I can see you guys having fun with each other. He's like, no comment. Last week, Calah commented on a post of you. I think it was like a Bravo post, and she wrote, gag. Where do you guys stand now? Were you aware of that?
No, actually, I wasn't. It's, there's tough feelings on both sides. I still respect the heck out of her. And again, there's still a part of me that'll always love her for sure. And I hate to talk bad about someone. We had a good relationship at times. We had a tough falling out, and it is hard to watch it play back. So I don't blame her for having some heightened emotions. I wish she would respect a little more, knowing that there's an ACH that hits my account and my mom's account every month still, but whatever.
We do want to ask you about that, because there were the whole 15-month like lease, like your mom did come out and say like she still is paying for that. And then Calah came out and said like, I wish you guys saw the truth, right, Roxanne? She said something like that.
Yeah, she was like, maybe I need to put out the receipts. So what is your response? Because your mom said you're paying for, your mom is still paying for the 15-month lease and a car.
Yes, I don't know what receipts were. Like, I could show the ACH. I mean, it's through October, but yeah.
So can you kick someone out of an apartment like that if you guys are paying for it? Like, is she still living there? Do you guys know if she's still living there?
Yeah, she is. Yeah. But I mean, again, like, I care about the person. It sucks now because there's emotions involved. So there's, bad things being said on her side. We've said some things because we feel very jaded. And what I've always learned is that when you have two people that are going at it, the truth always lies somewhere in the middle. So you have like this swing of emotions on my side, my mom's side, my family side, this swing of the emotions on Calah's side where she's feeling jaded too. And the truth's always going to be somewhere in the middle. And we just would never, ever do that to someone that we care about, no matter what is being said on the internet. Like we're sticking to our word of like, hey, we told you we would do this. We're not just going to leave you hanging. We've got you through October. So.
But
that's really nice.
Well, but why are you guys paying for that? And did your mom kill you after because you asked her on camera to pay for it? Like, I would beat my son's butt and be like, why would you do that? Like, of course I'm going to say yeah.
No, I mean, that's how, like, my mom is such a good person. I told her, I was like, hey, I can't afford this. Like, things are tight my way. There's no way I could pay for her to get back down to Dallas. Calah didn't have the family support that I do. And it was a tough situation because Dallas is a very, very expensive place to live. So, it was like, hey, we have a very toxic relationship. We understand that we need to be broke up. If she's living in Kansas City at my condo, inevitably we're going to get back together, which is what happened over and over and over. Like, we've got to separate, and she goes back home to her support system, her family and friends. And the only way to have that happen is if we offer some support there.
Calah needs to teach a class about how to get $10,000 to $20,000 a month or whatever it was. She definitely does need to teach a class. We got to give her some brownie points for that.
This caused a lot of problems in our relationships because Roxanne and I went to her husband's and we're like, where was our $10,000 to $20,000?
So yeah, I was going to ask, Calah lost her sister, which is really, really heartbreaking. Why would you ever tell the girls not to text her? And I know the girls, though, at the end of the day, they should have done it regardless, but why would you do that?
I told them that 24 hours before her sister passed. So there was a big blowout fight between Calah and my family, literally like 24, 25 hours the day before her sister passed away. And that's where I told them, just stop communicating. Every single time you guys talk, there's a blowout fight. And then the next day, her sister tragically passed away. So that happened before her sister passed. And then, it was not like
Yeah, because if I were the girls, I feel like it's still on them to just send a text. It's not like Calah would come back and tell you. She probably would, actually, but still, just send it.
And they did apologize. I mean, both of them, and they still feel bad about it. They'll tell you at the end of the day they were 100% wrong. It was just a very touchy time. Like, there was so much tension between her and my family. They didn't want to make things worse. Because I don't know if you've noticed this at all. Calah is not the most forgiving or non-confrontational person you've ever met. So they're scared if they are even to communicate with her, there would be they would make it worse as she's going through this. So that was what was on their mind. Again, they were wrong, and they'll happily say that, like, yes, we were wrong. We apologize to her. But that was their thought process on why they didn't reach out.
Was there ever a question of like, are we going to have her on season 2? Like, what does that look like if you guys were not together?
No. So after everything happened with her sister, there was no way I was going to abandon her at that time. And we were broke up at that time. Like, the day her sister passed, she had a flight booked to Dallas to go look for apartments that next day before her sister passed. And then it ended up being a trip down there because of the tragedy. And I ended up going down there with her, but I wasn't going to abandon her. And we ended up getting back together through that time period.
Yeah. I love seeing her on the show. I'm not going to lie. So do you guys ever see yourselves getting back together? Selfishly?
That door's closed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's closed.
When's the last breakup?
It was what you seen
on the show.
Yeah, that's what you see. Yeah, what you see on the show is like that 100% actual conversations that were being had. The breakup, like everything you're seeing is what's happening.
Wow. And so how
long for her and your dog? They loved each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was rough. Yeah, that was honestly the worst part of the breakup was the dog breakup, because I loved Rocco, her dog, and she loved Sitka. And then the scene where she's driving away and Sika's looking out the door, like that tore at my heartstrings.
Yeah, we're not like dog people. We don't have dogs, but I was so sad for the dog. I was like, oh my God, no.
Yeah, I think that was the saddest breakup on the season was that one. I was watching it. Yeah.
Did it make you uncomfortable watching the conversation between Calah and Cole? I mean, you were probably drunk too, but watching back, what was your reaction to it?
It was a tough conversation. I mean, that was those two together, like they're both emotional train wrecks whenever they have any alcohol. And yeah, I'd had a little bit to drink that day, but I'd seen where things were heading. And so I peeled back on drinking because I was like, okay, I told myself there was going to be no drama on this trip. Like I'm cutting this back so I can try to control the situation and keep things from getting out of hand. And then, yeah, her and Cole just lost it.
Yeah. So you got a lot of backlash though for that episode because people were like, why aren't you standing up? Why are you allowing Cole to say that? Like, what's your response to the backlash?
That was 3 years of pent up anger of every single time she's drinking for absolutely no reason whatsoever going in on me like that, just like what you saw, where it's like, I don't know what happened here. We're just having a good time. And now all of a sudden, like she's going in on me for saying I don't work hard. I don't wake up early, like all this other stuff as I'm freaking paying her bills. Like it makes no sense. And that's,
yeah, on our recap, we called that out and said like that didn't make any sense at all. But what I think I remember the one thing we did say about you is that like you have your hand in like always telling your family like everything that she said about them, which kind of created that
100%.
Yeah. So like next relationship, do you see yourself ever being as open?
No, that was a learning lesson for me. I mean, because whenever you're with someone, everyone says things in the heat of the moment that they regret or that they don't mean. And for a boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, you're able to forgive the person you're with. Whenever you tell your family some of the things that are said, your family does not forgive or forget. So yeah, so 100%, like that is on me, fully accountable for that. And it's been a major learning lesson for me moving into my next relationship, whenever that is.
Yeah. In the text messages between you and your mom, what did Calah see? Like, did your mom talk about her? That would be like, I'd be freaking out about that if anyone saw conversations between just like us two, even about our husbands or anything. So what like, was your mom saying anything, what was in those texts? Because Calah never talked about it.
So it was about, so I was venting to my mom about Calah and I was frustrated. I was going in about how she wasn't working. She had told me she was going to get a job. She said she was putting in applications every week, but nothing was coming from it. So I was just very, very upset. And I said, like, I just got back into the condo. I just finished working out and I think it was like 7:30 in the morning and she was still lights out, completely sleeping, and I was frustrated. So I was venting. And again, I should not be telling my mom that. And my mom was just like, Steven, you guys are just not meant to be together. You're a type A personality. Like you are a hard worker. You built your entire life on working hard, being very disciplined. And Calah is a very type B personality. And that just set Calah off for sure.
Yeah. Mama knows right though.
She's right. I mean, it's on me for letting things get so far down the line to where they got that toxic. And that's, again, something I take full accountability for, is like, I could see where things were heading. I should have known after like the 8th or 9th breakup, and I let it get to like the 15th.
Yeah. Where, by the way, let's switch gears real quick. Where do you stand on your relationship with your dad today? Is everything still great? I love your TikToks. I see all those. So
yeah, we still see my dad all the time. He still cooks dinner at his lodge. Like us boys are over there all the time. We love our dad. Like we're very aware of, again, my dad's flaws, and he is as well. So love him to death. He's our dad. He's our dad. He's a train wreck personally, but we love him.
I think there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Like, I think people who are like, cancel your own dad, or like, it's like, no, it's not going to happen. Like, this is your blood.
I mean, we wouldn't have, that man has given us so much. He has worked his butt off to provide for us boys, and we wouldn't have this farm and ranch if it wasn't for the effort he put in with his own 2 hands. So if I was to ever cut him off or disrespect him like that, it would be a complete slap in the face to my life and how much he supported all of us.
Absolutely.
You know what scene I think of when you guys were in Nashville on the rooftop and your dad had like this meltdown?
Oh yeah. He
So
was dead asleep. Yeah, he was dead asleep. And we're up there messing around, wrestling. And for some reason, well, his master bedroom is right below the rooftop. So we thought we were fighting. He thought it was like a legit fight. So he came up there and, he's yelling at us. We felt like we were getting scolded like we were 5 years old again.
Literally.
And you guys all stood quiet. And I was like, yes, that's relatable. Has it been hard for your dad not to film season 2?
I think that he misses it a little bit. I'm sure the man loves to be the center of the room. So yeah, I'm sure he misses it a little bit.
Yeah.
Did your younger brother Braden, like, did he have a change of heart wanting to be more on, or is he still like, I kind of want to be in the background?
No, he absolutely wants to be a part of it.
Okay.
There was a lot of things that happened at the end of season 1. He got out of a 7-year relationship.
Yeah.
His girlfriend broke up with him. It kind of flipped his life upside down. And so he was like, I need to hit the gym. Like, I want to have a glow up.
He got a glow up. Yeah, he looks good. Like, I was like, wait, is that the same person that I just saw in season 1? He looks great.
So he lost like 85 pounds.
Wow.
And put on a bunch of muscle. And then season 2, he's like, okay, he was starting to get in shape. And he's like, okay, I want to be on camera a little bit more. And then he's fully on board for whatever opportunities come our way moving forward. He's like, I'm all about it. Like, I'm all in.
And does he work with your mom's business or your guys' farm?
He works on the car washes, actually. So
okay.
He works in the maintenance room with the car washes. So he's going around to all the different washes, fixing the equipment.
Would anyone want to work with your mom and her business, or you guys are just like stuck on the farm and all of the businesses that you guys have done?
I mean, we all have a passion for the side of the businesses we do. It would also be very difficult for any of us to hop over to my mom's side because there's still about $50-60 million in debt that we're personally attached to. So it's not like we can just like up and leave. So it'd be a little hard. But yeah, my mom's company, her and her business partner absolutely have killed it. They do such a good job. It's hilarious going from like my dad and Galina and like our businesses over on this side and how chaotic things are and just how wild my dad is. And then going over to my mom's side where it's like everything is so structured and organized and there's no chaos.
She's good karma. She deserves it.
She keeps very grounded. That's for sure.
Do we get to find out in season 2? Like, do we end up really getting to find out, like, if you guys get to make that payment? Like, is that something that we'll get to see?
You'll get to watch it all play out over the next 2 episodes. Yeah, what do we have? 2 episodes left. Yep.
Yeah, we like the business side of it, so we like to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I have to ask, why did your dad, by the way, miss the gender reveal? Because I was like, I know that he doesn't want to be on camera, but the fact that he wasn't there.
He was out of state, actually. So he was completely out of state, and it wasn't like a super planned in advance event. So it was like last minute notice and and he was out of state working on projects. So, and he already knew what the gender was. Cole and Casey had told him. So it wasn't
nice.
He had already talked to him. And so they knew that he wasn't going to be able to make it.
Yeah. You have been getting a lot of people questioning you for encouraging your brothers to go to Nashville. What is your response to what viewers are saying? Did anyone from behind the scenes kind of tell you guys need to go on a trip to make things interesting?
No, it was me.
Oh, it was you.
Yeah. Okay. So I explained this. Actually, we just had a podcast we released today with my mom because there was a coffee shop talk at the end of not yesterday's episode, or this would have been episode 7, where I was mad, I was upset, and I got disrespectful with my mom and how I was talking to her, which I never do. Love that woman to death. And looking back, I was like, man, that was bad. And I apologized to her immediately after that conversation. And then watching it play back, I have profusely apologized because that was so disrespectful. And I'm not disrespectful to my mom. Love her so much. But at that time, like Calah and I had just been going through it. I was heart broke Bobby. Like, I was upset. I was up here at the farm, which is in the middle of absolute nowhere, like with my dog and my chickens. Every single night I'm sitting out there on my front porch, and I'm just like, man, I'm 30 years old. All my friends are either married with family now, or like I don't have, like, my brothers are my best friends because we work together every day. We're around each other every day. We don't have time for anything else. It's like, these are my people. And I was wanting to get away to Nashville to kind of like just get my head right, like just get out of the environment. And I don't have anyone else but my brothers. But bad timing, shouldn't have done that. That was dumb. I fully own up to that.
Yeah.
This is a great time for you to be single, though. Like, being on the show and, like, you know,
Right.
it's a great time.
It's not bad. It's very overrated, though, I will say. And it's
Okay.
very costly.
Yeah.
Again, because of what I just said, like a normal situation, a 30-year-old that's single is living in like Austin, a Nashville, a Tampa. Like, you can go on dates, and it's like you go to dinner for like 2 hours. You evaluate, was that a good time or not? Like, maybe I'll see her again. I live in Gallatin, Missouri.
Yeah.
So like, if I want to go on a date, it's $1,000 for plane tickets to fly them out here.
Oh my gosh.
Then I'm in a 48 to 72 hour like investment of like, they're out here. Like, it's just us for 48 hours. I don't know this person from Adam, and now I'm with them for 2 days straight. So what happens if I don't like them immediately, or we don't connect?
That sounds like a nightmare.
I'm telling you, like, people are always like, man, you're on a TV show. It's got to be so great to be single. I'm like, it would be if I was closer to like a dating pool. It's not great right here.
How about, like, do you guys have like Hinge and Bumble? Like, is there people near you at all? Like, how about the girls that you grew up with?
They're all married and firmly done.
You were trying to be Playboy.
Well, I was trying to be something, apparently. I was wrong. But when I get on Hinge or like those dating apps, they have like the radius that you can expand.
Yeah.
And I think they go up to like 100 miles. And if you're sitting at my house and you expand that thing to 100 miles, you're still not within any major population of anywhere. Like, Kansas City's a little bit further. So yeah, it's rough out here for a farm boy.
So I wanted to talk about yesterday's episode. When Jesse told you about the panic attacks, you immediately, he wasn't even out the door. And by the way, we do this, but you called Cole. Is that typically how it is when one of your brothers tell you something?
Yeah. Again, like, we share everything, and there's a lot of foot and mouth moments that come from that, obviously, with my own relationship. But yeah, we do it within our brothers as well. Like, the minute someone tells us something, it's passed around the family group immediately.
Yeah.
We're used to that, but it's just really funny to see it.
Watching that back, do you think that Allie wants to beat Jesse's ass right now?
I've tried to avoid talking to them since the episode played, because I would assume that it's not a fun time to be in that household right now.
Right. But they have a baby girl now.
They do. Yeah. That was almost a year. That was pretty much a year ago now. So completely different time frame. And I just think that, I think it's realistic for, people to have some reservations before jumping in. When you take marriage as seriously as we do, where it's like, hey, I'm in this for life. This is not just like a fun commitment. Like, this is for life for us. It's like something you really want to think about. And I don't blame Jesse for having some reservations about it. I've never seen Jesse be as open and honest. Like, Jesse is unemotional. He does not cry. So I think that's another reason why I called Cole immediately after Jesse walked out, because I was like, dude, Jesse just cried. That doesn't happen.
Yeah. And then he cried with Allie, which made things so much worse. Because I'm like, poor Allie.
I totally related with Jesse, especially before you get married. It's such a crazy, I don't know, it's such a crazy time. Like, that happened to me a little bit. So I love that they shared that.
Yeah, that's as open and as vulnerable as we've seen Jesse. Like, I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen him cry. So.
And that's why we love your show, because it feels so real. Like, you guys are brothers. Like, all of this is real. Some people can relate to this. So that's why, I think that's why it's been so successful, and people are like addicted to this, and they're all starting it, and they're like, this is the best show ever. Do you feel like, based on the editing, it's like an accurate description of you?
Yeah. I mean, as much as I want to say, oh, I'm not that bad in some ways. Yeah, it's very accurate. I think every single person's portrayal or whatever you want. It's not even portrayal. It's just who we are. I think it's very accurate. The comments, good or bad, that you see on social media. I was laughing with my mom saying, as mad as I want to get at some of the comments that I'm seeing, even the negative ones, like they're pretty spot on with my flaws or, what I consider areas that need improvement. They're pretty accurate. And I think everyone on the show, every one of the cast members could say that as well.
Yeah, and we watch so much reality TV, and I feel like you guys still like are getting such a great portrayal. Like it's nothing that's that serious or that bad. Like you guys look like you guys are a very close family. You guys love each other. We feel the love. So like at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter. But like, so I think as long as that continues, like who cares? What anyone says.
Yeah. And we always say that, or at least I say it whenever I'm talking to people, that watching it play back, I feel like it's good character building because you do get to see all your flaws air out. And then people are very open to tell you about your flaws on social media. So then you're like, okay, I see what I need to work on. Like Cole, it's no secret that he gained a little bit of sympathy weight as well for season 2. And comments have, people have let him know that. He's already down 35 pounds in 3 weeks.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What the hell is he doing?
He's hitting the weights with me hard. He's focusing on dieting right. And then we do a live before every single episode on Monday nights. And yesterday we were on the live and there was comments flooding in saying, Cole, you look so good. Like you look like, you did in season 1. You're starting to lose weight. And for him, it's such a confidence boost. I love seeing that because I know he wasn't happy with how he looked in season 2. So love seeing that and love the support that he's getting from everyone online now that they're seeing the changes that he's making.
I do have a question about your mom. She said that growing up, your dad kind of pitted you guys against each other to make it like a competition. Did you feel that or sense that growing up?
I think we are just the ultimate competitive family. Like there is, like if Jesse and I play ping pong, we're throwing ping pong rackets at each other by the end of the game. Like we are just so competitive. And I do think my dad would use that to try and drive us to work harder or push harder or reach new heights. I don't think it was anything like ill-intentioned. I think it was just he was trying to see us be our best. And one of the ways that we could do that he knew how to do that was to say, hey, Jesse's looking a little faster than you, or, I think Jesse can catch a football a little better than you. And then it makes you go out there and work a little harder.
Yeah. Well, obviously, he did a great job because you guys are so close with each other. And that's the ultimate goal at the end of the day is like to have families, stay close. So that's amazing. Our last question is, what is next for you? Like, what do you have going on?
Well, we're still running these businesses day in and day out. I have people commenting or messaging me saying, oh, how is all the millions of dollars you guys are making right now? I'm like, shoot, we're out here working 7 days a week. Ain't a thing changed. And that's all we know how to do. So we're going to wake up every single morning, go to work, try to preserve this farm for the next generation, try to make sure it's here for Blair and Summer whenever they get older and whenever they get married and have kids. That's the end goal. But other than that, just keep living life, sticking together as a family. And hopefully, knock on wood, I'll have a girlfriend, sometime in the near future. In the near future. I'm 30 now, so it's countdown starting, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a good age, but I feel like you'll have no problem finding someone.
Thank you. I think you have more faith in me than I do.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Your show comes on 9 p.m. on Mondays. I did hop on your live. I love that you guys are doing that. So what is your Instagram handle?
Yeah, so my Instagram handle is @Steven McBee. And you can find all of our pages, all the rest of the cast, our farm page from there.
Yeah. Wait, but does your mom not have an Instagram?
No, she has a TikTok.
Wow.
She got banned from TikTok between a couple of the episodes because I was seeing some comments she was responding to on some haters. And I said, Mom, I'm banning you from TikTok for the next week.
Oh my gosh. Well, did
you laugh at our review of your guys' meat sticks?
Oh yeah, I loved it. That was perfect. I think have y'all gotten the other ones I sent out?
Oh no, we haven't.
Okay, you guys will like.
We bought the meat sticks. We really did want to try it and see.
I know. I appreciate.
Yeah, like it was filling. It was great. We passed it. We were at a family event, so we passed it around to everyone. Everyone was like, "Oh, these are really good." So
well, thank you. That means a lot to us. I take a lot of pride in my meat sticks.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so
much.
Again.
Appreciate it.
Can't wait to watch the next 2 episodes.
They're going to be good.
Yes. All right. Bye.